Howdy folks. Well, in this video we're finally going to be pulling the cylinder head on our Rabbit project. Now I've already got a lot of steps taken care of because I didn't want this video to be 15 hours long, so I'm just going to walk you through a lot of the steps that I've already taken, and we'll go from there. You know, you will get to see me pull the cylinder head, so, okay. Alright. Now if we can look back down in here, down in there, yeah, perfect angle, we can see that the downpipe has been disconnected. Yes, I'm pulling both manifolds with the head. That's pretty much the only way I can figure out how to do this without spending 15 hours removing both manifolds. So, I've disconnected the downpipe. And the downpipe, you know, come on back up here. Has these spring clips. Well, you can get in here and you can pop them off with a screwdriver if you've got a heavy-duty screwdriver, but when they come to getting back on, they're going to be a pain. They do have a specialty tool to take these on and off. I just made one. And it's kind of garbage the way I made it, but hey, I made it. Okay, so bring your engine up to TDC, put your lock plate in, make sure that you can see your zero down through your timing hole. And I've already drained the block, and I've pulled both this inlet and, come on over here, this inlet over here. I've also disconnected the glow plugs. Now, come on back over here. Make darn sure you remember which wire goes where, because there's 3 wires. 2 of them go to coolant sensors, 1 goes to the oil pressure sensor. Okay. Now, if you notice over here, there's no timing gear on the crank, on the cam. You got a 19mm bolt, you just pull the bolt out and you gently tap your gear off. So, remove your timing equipment. Now, this is the step that I was kind of waiting on to do with you folks. Now, come on, look at these fuel rails. Okay. These, bless you. These clips, you do not need to take the clips off to pull the rail. You can pull this entire rail unit as one assembly. So you don't have to mess around when you go put it back on, messing around with these clips. In some ways it's easier to do it that way. For some people, it's just your preference. Make darn sure you pull your return line. Now, my fuel return line from the pump went over the top of the motor, so I just pulled mine. Okay, yours, if yours hasn't been messed with jankily, yours probably will run that way and be all nice and neat. Now, I think I've covered everything, folks. Now you're gonna get to see me. Oh, wait a minute. Timing of your bolts. Pulling your bolts in the correct time. You start, because this is the tightening sequence. You start with number 10, you work your way to 1. So we're going to loosen number 10, loosen number 9, number 8, and we're not going to take them all the way out. We're just going to crack them free, and then we're going to come back and loosen them all. Keep that in mind, because that's going to prevent cylinder head warpage, and it's going to prevent block warpage. It's not a foolproof method, but it's the best one to do out in the field, unless you've got the multi-million-dollar piece of equipment that they use to freaking put these cylinder heads on in the factory, of which maybe one person out of a million that is watching this has access to that. So, alright, now camera girls can back up and watch me reef my life away. So, like I said, we're going to start with number 10 here, and all we're going to do is crack it loose, and then come over here to number 9, where we're going to have to take our lock plate out, and I'm going to have to come around the camera grill. Come on. Okay. That's number 9. Number 8 is right on top. Come on, go in the bloody hole. Now, I come back around, like I said, to number 7. Because number 7, folks, is way the heck over here. Can you still see this?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Now, these are torque to yield head bolts, folks. These do not come... They're not reusable, so, and keep checking back with the guide. Okay, I'm gonna put this on the screen for just a little bit, so you can pause the video if you need to. And okay, now we've detorqued number 7. Now we're going to number 6. Yeah, make darn sure you got the tool seated into the thing. Whoa. Okay. Number 6 is done. And number 5 is over here. Okay, number 4 is here. And then number 3 over here. And then number 2. And then number 1. Folks, this also helps so that they don't jip you on your core charge if you've got one. So, you know, get rid of that gold gasket, old gasket. So, now we can pull the head bolts off. Now, in this video I also wanted to show you how easy it is to pull these injector lines. Back up the camera roll. Okay. $17mm wrench. Now, if you've got a line wrench and you can fit it on there, great. But I have had no problems with just an opened end 17. And just pull these off. You don't have to really worry, because once the motor's shut off and you just let it sit for a little bit, these lines pretty much drain themselves. So, and if you do have it where you have to pull this apart real fast, crack them loose, let the pressure drop, and then pull them off. Make darn sure you got them all up. Then you can come down to the pump. The pump is where you're gonna get most of your residual fuel in the lines. You're not even looking at it.
Alright.
Wide angle.
Okay.
That means so some of these are going to be just a pain in the butt to get to. Some of them are not going to be so bad. So, keep that in mind. I got tools falling all over the place. And there we go, folks. We got the entire rail assembly out. Now, we can set this aside. Make darn sure that we've got everything disconnected. And then continue to remove the head bolts. Stay right there. I think I'm going to change out to a different ratchet, folks. some of these are just going to be a royal pain in the keister. Okay, our first head bolt is coming out of slot number 2. Beautiful, right, folks?
Oh yeah.
Camera girl thinks so.
Oh yeah.
She's sweating just like I am. You can see the sweat just rolling down the face. Actually, folks, this is actually the second time that we started this video. Because the first time, the camera lens just kept fogging. You know, it's like 92 degrees out here. And sure, it's only like 58% humidity, but it's still... You know, folks, it's hot. And I know some of you are like, oh, you know, I live in Arizona. Yeah, you got dry heat. Try it when it's, you know, murder humidity. And...
See, the thing is, you worked in the driveway with a breeze. I was in the factory with no air.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Camera girl works in a factory, so she's got no ventilation. Although that place should have more ventilation, but, you know. What can you say? Not all companies are good. Now, there are going to be dowels that we got to pull this head off of, so just kind of keep that in mind, folks. Okay, that bolt needs to come out. Number 10 gonna come out on us? No. You know what, folks? Make our lives easier. We live in the modern age of power tools. You know, folks, we live in the modern age of power tools. So you're not having to watch me frickin' do this for an hour. Well, that one came out. Don't forget these washers. Every bolt's supposed to have them. If they don't, reach in there with a magnet and grab it. Okay, these ones over here.
Oh.
Yeah, stay right there. So yeah, it's imperative that you never lose that washer because you don't want that thing going down inside your motor, folks. That's a bad day waiting. And this, folks, is why I had Camera Girl. Because now we can rest the cylinder head. Hopefully. Yeah, all our pistons look good, so, you know, no holes. You know, come on all around here, Camera Girl. And you can see all the pistons. They don't have holes in them, so our leakage is through the head. Can you get down in there, Camera Girl? Nope, you can't.
No, I'm afraid not. Wait, yes, I got it.
So, you know, and actually the engine's been burning pretty cleanly, so, which it's pretty typical for a Volkswagen. So,
You want to know what you need besides a Camera Girl? A tool boy.
uh-huh. Well, folks, I don't make as much as Mike Rowe, so I can't have a full-fledged camera crew. So, folks, you're just gonna have to deal with certain lackluster things. Now, if you want to come be a tool boy, you know, for me, the pay is horrible, but okay. You know what, folks?
You need a cherry picker.
Well, heck, I need a belt. Belt. Where did I put the belts, folks?
Okay.
Now, typically, folks, what I'm about to do I would not recommend if you are gonna, yeah, well, that ain't gonna work either. We're just gonna use a good old fashioned ratcheter. Huh. Camera girl trying to be a troll boy at the same time.
Just shut up. For what I get paid.
Oh yeah, like I said, folks, the pay is terrible, but if you want to come and
Gladly give up the position to anyone.
come on. Okay. Whoa. Yeah, folks, I think we're just gonna go cherry picker, so we're gonna end the video here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.